changing his direction as he moves in, and that's confusing Cervantes.
Aaron the Hawk Pryor, one of boxing's most unforgettable warriors, stood out as one of the finest welterweights to ever grace the ring.
Changing his direction as he moves in, and that's confusing Cervantes.
Relentless to his core, he paired a rock-solid chin with an indomitable will, becoming a nightmare for anyone brave enough to face him. In the ring, Pryor was pure, bottled fury. Blindingly fast and dangerously skilled, he overwhelmed opponents with an aggression so ferocious it seemed almost otherworldly. A two-time light welterweight world champion, Pryor's unorthodox intensity wasn't just confined to his punches.
Who do you want to fight next?
I want to fight Leonard because I feel like I'm the king of the junior welterweight for what I've already done.
His crazy persona shone in moments of unnerving confidence, holding unbroken eye contact with opponents, and a wicked smile after a hard shot to the face. This is Aaron the Hawk Pryor, a man who turned chaos into art and left behind a legacy of grit, raw passion, and a touch of madness. Aaron Pryor's childhood was forged in hardship, surrounded by the shadows of a crime-ridden family.
I have a very violent family. The impression my mom always gave us, if somebody hit you, you better hit them back. And she used to pop me in the head. She said, "Why you don't move your head when I hit you?" Mama, I didn't know I was supposed to move my head.
Boxing became his escape, a way to channel his rage, frustration, and a desperate desire to carve out a better life. As an amateur, Pryor stormed through the ranks with a staggering record of 204 wins and only 16 losses. Among his most memorable moments was his win against future champion Thomas Hearns in the lightweight finals of the 1976 National Golden Gloves. Pryor would storm onto the professional scene, unleashing a streak of destruction like never seen before. What set Pryor apart wasn't just his sheer power or speed, it was his mastery of a unique and deadly technique called rolling with the punches. It wasn't merely defensive, it was a calculated art. The harder his opponents hit, the harder Pryor hit back.
He's one of our top amateur fighters of all time.
Knocking him down wasn't a triumph, it was a mistake. He'd absorb the blow, rise with a fire in his eyes, and return the favor with bone-crushing force, hell-bent on separating his opponent from their senses. With an unblemished record of 23-0, all wins by knockout, Pryor boldly stepped out of the lightweight division, hungry for greater challenges. In just his second fight as a junior welterweight, he faced the formidable Antonio "Kid" Cervantes with the world title on the line.
Including 16 in a row. And we're underway with round one, and Pryor, everybody expected, including the champion. In Cervantes.
The fight began with a shocking turn as Pryor's relentless aggression allowed the chance for Cervantes to knock him down in the first round.
He's got a lot of guys out of there in one round.
Took a right hand, counter-punching from the champion. Didn't catch him.
However, this knockdown only increased his energy as he charged at Cervantes.
Well, the bronze in this case, I count to 5
To the canvas with a right hand to the chin that did not hurt him.
See that upper body strength of Pryor? He just
Legendary Kid Pambele has 40 knockouts 2 years back. Has a bunch of lead.
The finish would come in the fourth round.
and he's changing his direction as he moves in, and that's confusing Cervantes. Pryor's a good finisher, Tim.
He's got him down.
Good finisher.
Pryor was the WBA junior welterweight champion.
Chaos in the ring, but Pryor has the belt.
After his first defense, a brutal knockout of Gaten Hart.
Pryor. Oh, another right in that one, does it? Standing 8 count again. Hart in the red guards, Pryor in the white. Hart still game. Oh, a straight right catches Hart again. Down.
That was Aaron Pryor. He would take your best punch, spit in your eye, and then kick your ass.
Fights by way of knockout. Action round.
Pryor was one of those early inner city fighters who came with an entourage of people making noise and threats and charging themselves up.
On June 27, 1981, Pryor knocked out Lennox Blackmore in the second round. He then defended the title against undefeated Dewan Johnson on November 14, 1981.
Finally, the bell for round one, and it's Johnson who came running out, doing something unusual for him.
Johnson knocked down Pryor in round one.
Smile back from the champion.
You might see already knockdown.
There it is, right there.
But Pryor came back to stop Johnson in the seventh round.
CBS Sports Saturday in Las Vegas. Johnson may be a little on round number 7. The challenger quickly off the stool to the second round.
Well, when the bell rang, punches together quite
Big right hand.
Big right hand by Pryor.
Johnson doing pretty well again, bobbing and weaving on the rope, but he is still very wobbly. Across, non-stop here. Can't get his hands up, and that's going to be it. The referee, Keel, steps in, and Aaron Pryor. Who do you want to fight next?
I want to fight Leonard because I feel like I'm the king of the junior welterweight for what I've already done.
Pryor would start to chase the fight of his dreams, a mega fight with WBC welterweight champion Sugar Ray Leonard.
We've had workouts when we were amateur. I actually knocked him down as a pro and an amateur. What do you know? He knows me.
I just beat the #1 contender in my weight division. I ain't got nothing to prove there. So why not come up?
This is my show, pal. Go ahead. Any other questions, please?
With a fight against Leonard on the horizon, Pryor would focus on defending his titles 4 more times. Pryor knocked out Miguel Montilla in the 12th round on March 21, 1982. His next title defense was against the undefeated Akio Kamita of Japan. The fight took place on July 4, 1982. Once again, Pryor was knocked down in the first round, but came back to score a 6th round knockout.
Apparently serious right now. He wants this over with. He's got a cut on his eye. He can't afford for it to get worse.
Well, he has to be concerned also.
Because he was getting hit on top.
And took the mandatory 8. Oh, a big right hand by Pryor. Has to be in trouble. And again he's put.
Only this time he's got a long way to go.
But just when it seemed like the long-anticipated Pryor versus Leonard showdown might finally happen, Leonard pulled out due to a detached retina, leaving the world stunned.
Aaron Pryor was being shortchanged by history, if not opponents. He needed a marquee name.
With all hopes of facing Leonard gone, Pryor set his sights on another worthy challenger, the legendary 3-time champion, Alexis Arguello, whose star had skyrocketed in 1981 when he defeated the popular Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Arguello, already considered an all-time great by many, was installed as a 12-5 betting favorite. Now, Arguello was looking to become a 4-time world champion, while Pryor sought to defend his title and keep his place among the top fighters in the sport.
Who's the hungrier fighter, you think?
I don't know that at 1.6 and 1.5 million you can say anybody's hungry. Aaron Pryor wants a recognition. Alexis Arguello is fighting for history. That gives you a heck of an incentive that money can't.
Before he's going to come charging out as he normally does.
Rounds left many wondering if he could catch up with his opponent's relentless assault.
There's 4 ropes. Known to do when he does cartwheels in the ring.
To take Pryor into the late rounds and drown him with his precision and power.
Well, this is really confident stuff, and a great close-up that is in replay. To the 13th round, and they've thrown every conceivable.
On April 2nd, 1983, Pryor knocked out former WBC super lightweight champion Sang-Hyun Kim in the third round.
Round one is underway. And Pryor typically, as Kim stumbles there, off balance, Corey run against Carlin Jones. This man is concerned about Kim's welfare as well he should be. I'm not enjoying this. I don't know about you. Now it's all over. That's enough. What's next for you in the way of a good match, Arguello?
Arguello is next.
While Arguello never contested Pryor's victory, the bottle Pryor drank from fueled demand for a rematch. The rematch was nothing like their first epic battle.
We've been waiting since November the 12th for the rematch, and here it is, round one. And Arguello.
The fight started in the same fashion as their first fight, a thrilling, fast-paced slugfest.
Only about 3,000 miles to the west. Oh, Arguello's down!
However, this time, the signs were clear about which direction this one was heading.
Yes, indeed, he said, win, lose, or draw. That was another cut. And there he is. A lunging right, a reckless right by Richard Steele says, get those punches up to Arguello. There's a thumping right by Pryor, landed to the head of Alexis. Arguello counters with a left uppercut.
Pryor dominated and handed Arguello one of the biggest beatdowns of his career.
Is kind of embarrassed to see that Aaron Pryor, yeah, that's what he's doing, Steve. He's mustering up with that right hand. The crowd continues to exhort Alexis Arguello. Combination by Pryor, but slipping off.
After a totally dominating encounter, Pryor finished off his opponent in the 10th round.
Here goes Pryor again. Oh, what an uppercut to the chin of Arguello. Arguello's in trouble. He's down. He's down on his right knee, and it's all over.
It was just one of those fights that I prayed and I trained as hard as I possibly could, and I won.
Who's next? Johnny Bumpus, maybe?
Well, no, we don't want to fight Johnny Bumpus. We want to fight Boom Boom Mancini. We might let Johnny box off in a box off to prove himself. And we're trying to fight champions since we don't reach that status already. So what we're doing, we're just waiting. And I think Boom Boom is the best fight out here for me right now because I think he's doing a great job in his division. I want these challenges. And Alexis met my challenge today. I really got to thank God.
Pryor of Cincinnati and a native of Canada.
On June 22nd, 1984, Pryor stepped into the ring against Nick Furlano with the IBF title on the line. From the very first round, Pryor showed his brutal side, knocking Furlano down 2 times.
Big left hook. It's the most unorthodox punch I've ever seen. Nicky Furlano.
But despite taking the beating of his life, Furlano somehow held on, refusing to go down.
From near oblivion in the first round, he will.
The fight would stretch on, with Pryor unable to finish his opponent.
Varsity Stadium.
See, again, there's Furlano.
Furlano, incredibly, stayed on his feet for all 15 rounds, becoming the first man in 27 fights to survive the full distance with the once unstoppable Pryor.
And by Furlano. Pretty good body shot.
That's the left hook out of the counter.
However, in the end, Pryor took the win by unanimous decision.
Go the distance it appears. Yep, it has done so.
Next, Pryor would face future IBF light welterweight champion Gary Hinton.
40 today, and here we go. First of 15. Hinton, a left-hander, but a good defense.
The fight began with Pryor looking sluggish, struggling to find his rhythm early on, while Hinton took advantage, keeping the pressure on. But as the rounds wore on, Pryor's ferocity began to reemerge his aggressiveness as he took control from the 4th round into the second half of the fight. However, again, he was unable to find the finish. The judge's decision came down to a split, but Pryor's grit and persistence earned him the victory.
round. This is going to be a tough one for Hinton to get through. And Pryor came in and took the left.
It was far from the dominant performance seen in his past fights, but he got the job done.
In two different ways, there is a 9-point difference.
Pryor was introduced to drugs early in his fight career, yet he somehow managed to keep it all in check for a time. But as his career progressed, the demons he battled outside the ring began to consume him. His drug problems began haunting him, both inside and outside the ring, ultimately leading to his first ever career loss. After 29 months away from the sport, Pryor returned to the ring, facing welterweight journeyman Bobby Joe Young.
So the return then of 85, is addicted to cocaine, and has now been...
The signs of danger were evident from the very beginning of the fight, as Pryor stumbled to the canvas in just the first round.
So now whether the judgment of Pryor coming back... Well, I've got to say, should he have made...
Pryor, who had always been the aggressor throughout his career, found the dynamics of this fight completely shifting. It was clear Pryor was struggling to find his rhythm.
Hard to come back. Oh, and again you see he's losing balance. He took it right on the chin. In the back row there. Young fancies his chances a bit there. He's throwing a few bombs early on, isn't he? There's no tapping punches going in. And they're yelling in Young's corner, get off me, he's let the punches go, and he can't miss. I can understand Pryor not wanting to come back to the fight. This is a touch of the old Pryor.
But in the fourth round, Pryor showed signs of life, staggering Young.
Now this is a bit better now with Pryor. He's loosened up a little bit, he's got a bit more craft in his fighting.
However, Young regained control, dominating the action.
Certainly protecting his rib cage, isn't it?
The end came in the seventh round, bringing a crushing conclusion to Pryor's once unblemished record.
Into the fight, and now he's just... oh! As I said that, he didn't have control at all. And almost trying to say, what do I do now? Listen to the review counted. There'll be a bit of argument about that.
Legally blind in his left eye. After a 17-month layoff, Aaron Pryor returned to the ring last night in Madison, Wisconsin to face former sparring partner Daryl Jones.
In the final chapters of his boxing story, Pryor's would fight a few more times, but it was clear the fire that once burned so brightly had begun to fade.
60% during the fight. Still thinks he can make a comeback.
2 hours before the fight, and they say I got to fight. If I got the desire to go in there, I really want to fight. And I know I can see my opponent. I'm back in boxing. I know World Championship. Here I come again. Half time.
Tragically, despite his greatness, the toll of those years would be too much to overcome. Aaron Pryor passed away at the age of 60. The later stages of Pryor's career sparked questions about what could have been for this talented fighter if he had not gone down the perilous path of substance abuse. In the end, while he might not have lived up to his potential, nothing can take away from the rare breed of fighter Pryor was.